How does French canvas perform as a millinery foundation material? In this project vlog, I'll share how my grad student Sally and I used this traditional tailoring material in place of buckram to create an elaborate church hat for James Ijames Pulitzer Prize-winning play Fat Ham. I'm Rachel, and here on my channel, La Bricoleuse, I cover important topics relevant to professional costume making. When I saw the costume design boards for this show, I focused on the character of Rabbie, whose elaborate church hat looked like a contender for our Buckram substitute research. Costume designer Sabrina Guillaume Bradshaw provided several research images to clearly illustrate how she wanted the hat to look. The hat base would be an asymmetrical pillbox with a fabric rosette swirl on the tip and lavishly trimmed with silk flowers around the sideband. Production milliner Sally Rath considered several options and decided to make the foundation shape in a double layer of French canvas, a foundation material primarily used in tailoring. When assembling the shape, we worried that the weight of so many flowers would encourage the sideband to collapse, so Sally added 3 vertical supports of nylon ridgeline. Because the sideband would be covered in flowers and the tip featured the rosette swirl, Sally decided not to mull the foundation. She did make a sample of the swirl for the designer's approval before proceeding to the chosen pink jacquard. Next came trim preparation. Flowers for floral arrangements need to be taken apart and remade to be more suitable for hat decor. They were pinned on for the designer's approval, adjusted to her liking, and stitched into place. Because the performer needed to remove the hat on stage, we lined it with a smooth satin fabric so it wouldn't muss her meticulously styled wig. Here's the completed hat, worn on stage by performer Katherine Hunter Williams in the role of Rabbie. The hat turned out beautifully and survived the 3-week run of the show without any problems. Although I probably won't choose this material as a substitute for buckram in future. Good quality French canvas is typically pricey, although the piece we used was a bargain offcut. Its weave is also tighter than I would like for stitching through to attach decor. And with the disappearance of arcane materials for millinery, I wonder how much longer specialized tailoring materials will be available. That said, I'd use it again in this application if it were my only option. This video is part of the Buckram Alternatives miniseries. If you don't know why milliners might need an alternative to buckram, check out this video. I've spent the past semester conducting research on potential buckram alternatives for my fall stage millinery class. Over the summer, I'm releasing project vlogs about my results for each material tested so you can see how it worked in a millinery application, learn the pros and cons, and decide whether you want to explore using the material in your own hat making. This is the first of those vlogs, and you can view other videos in this series on this playlist, as well as learn more about wired foundation hat making in general.